Hey guys, welcome to another day of fractions. Look at this cute little cartoon. To show you how well I understand fractions, I only did half of my homework. Ha ha ha. I just want you guys to know that you do not need to prove your understanding by doing half of your work for me. Alright, just like I said before, you will need paper or journal and pencil. We're going to begin with number talks. If you have your journal or paper from yesterday, this number talk should look very familiar to you. So go ahead and pause the video and work it out and then come back and join me. Okay, so here we have 250 minus 219. Right away I can see that there's a 0 in my bigger number, which is 250, and there's a 9 in my smaller number, which is actually bigger than 0, but it's in my smaller number, so that tells me I'm going to have to regroup. Now, to avoid regrouping, I like to use an open number line and add up on the open number line. If you solved your problem using a different strategy, that's okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is make 219 a friendly number. I love to start by making my first number a friendly number because it just makes it so much easier to add. So 219 plus 1 gives me 220. And if you forgot what a friendly number is, there are numbers, multiples of 10s. So any number really that ends with a 0 is a friendly number. Also, multiples of 5s can be friendly numbers too, if you have that option. But I think multiples of 10s are even friendlier. So now we have 220 and we have 215. So we have to add up to 250. You can do one of two things. You can make a huge jump and add 30, or you can add 10 at a time. So 220 plus 10 will give you 230. We're going to add another 10. $230 plus 10 equals 240. And we're almost there. 240 plus another 10. Equals 250. So now all you have to do is add your jumps. I have 10, 20, 30. Plus 1. That equals to 31. And that's your answer. 31. Alright. Hope you got 31. If not, go ahead and check your work. See if you can find your mistake. If you did it correctly, congratulations. Good job. Our I can statement is, I can partition circles and rectangles into halves, thirds, and fourths. And who remembers the other word for fourths that you might be seeing? If you said quarters, you're absolutely correct. Alright, let's look at the I do. Partition means to divide, into what kind of parts? Equal parts. These shapes are partitioned into equal fourths or quarters. Notice the different ways you can partition a rectangle into fourths or quarters. So you can draw it going horizontally. You can do a combination of horizontal and vertical. At first, this probably appears to not be equal, but if you pretended to draw a line straight down here, you would see that it actually is equal. Over here we have our vertical lines. Here we have the cross or the T, and we have a big X. So these are all partitioned into quarters or fourths. Now, I want you to draw a circle and partition your circle into fourths or quarter. I want you to pause the video until you're finished. And remember, partition means to divide into equal parts. Alright, we have two circles. You're only responsible for drawing one, but I wanted to draw two circles so that you can see the different ways to partition your circle into fourths. Alright, one way is to draw a straight line down. And another line going across. You can see this is 1/4. We have another fourth here. Another fourth. And another fourth. Another way you could have partitioned your circle is by making an X. Alright, let's see how even I can do this. Alright, I think that's close enough. And again, here we have a fourth. Alright guys, remember, your bottom number is your denominator. This tells you how many different parts your circle, rectangle, or square is cut into. So this 4 here, your denominator means we're cut into 4 different parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1 means just one section out of the 4. So if I wanted to add all of these fourths together, it would give me 4 fourths. And 4 fourths equals 1 whole. Because if I added all of the different parts together, it would equal to 1 whole circle. One thing to remember is whenever you have a fraction that's over the same number, like 4 over 4, it always equals 1 whole. Even if it's 100 over 100, it equals to 1 whole. Okay, so hopefully you got this correct. If you didn't, I want you to go ahead and make your corrections. And if you did, again, congratulations. Alright guys, you have some practicing to do. Go ahead and have fun practicing. Bye for now.